This video is one of two parts of how we prepared this small papio that we caught. I'm going to start by filleting the fish, but here I'm only going to take off one side for this video, and in the next video we'll show you what we did with the other side. So normally I start from cutting from back of the dorsal fin, and I want to make sure that I clean my blade. Then I run my fillet knife along the spine. The reason why I keep cleaning the blade is I'm going to use this fillet for raw fish, and I don't want any scales or other debris on the meat. And here we go. The fillet is removed. I'm going to put the remainder of the fish on the side for the next preparation. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the pin bones. So I make my cuts there on both sides of the pin bones, and I'm going to break off each section. So one of the hard things is dealing with fillets of fish this small. If you notice with that side, I kept the skin on. Now since the fish is so small, the rib cage section of the fillet is going to have very little meat on. So I'm going to remove the rib cage and try to save as much meat as possible. So I'm just cleaning up this small little fillet here. And I have my two pieces. Again, always clean your knife, especially when you're making sushi. Now what I'm taking is some Hawaiian salt, and I'm going to coat the top of the fish with the Hawaiian salt and let it cure for a bit. This will not only add flavor, but remove some moisture from the fish. So I'll leave this on the side for a couple hours. When we're back, I'm going to start preparing it. So what I'm doing here is I'm just scoring the skin side of that one fillet. My first cut was a little bit too deep, so that piece came off. I'm going to take my torch and I'm going to sear it. Now I immediately put it in a cold bath of ice water to stop the cooking. Take it out, and I'm going to dry off this piece. I'm doing this on a block of ohia wood that we use for our sushi and sashimi dishes. And that's the wood that we use for a lot of our woodworking projects. Want to make sure that the piece is as dry as possible. Now I'm going to slice it up. My knife isn't as sharp as it should be, so I make all the pieces right there. So we're going to take some nori, dried seaweed, use my scissors to cut it up. And I prepared some rice for the sushi mixed with vinegar. And I'm going to start rolling everything together. I still need a lot of practice on getting the rice just right. That's one of the hardest things to do. I'm also taking some sesame oil and I'm going to use that for the rib bone piece that I had left. I'm just going to mix it up, put it on the side. Finishing up the rolling. And I'm going to take some wasabi. This is not what we really want, which is the wasabi root, but that's hard to get. So this is wasabi paste. I'm going to take a little bit of it and coat the top of the rice. I'll take the nori and wrap it around the rice. And notice the rice is slightly below the top of the nori because that's going to be filled with the fish. So I have my pieces all set. And I'll start filling it. First with the little sections that have been marinating in the sesame oil. And this is from the rib cage side fillet. And next I'll take the pieces from the top fillet that we seared with our torch, and this has the skin on. Putting it on my ohia piece, and there you go. Gonna put a little dab of shoyu on top. Yeah, I know I should use a brush, but don't have one. And there's our sushi from our Papio.